It is time, lads, to try and win Tottenham their first trophy since 2008. 15 years without a trophy here at Tottenham, and today we're going to try and change that. We played a couple of games in between. It is time for this cup special. Now, before we get into the task of taking on Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, big game, massive game for Tottenham, I believe that we can win it. But it doesn't look very good the last time we played Liverpool. They beat us 2-0. And it was pretty easy for them. We have played a couple of games before this one. We were supposed to play Man City. That got rescheduled down here. So Man City and Manchester United next to each other, which will be a hugely important game, considering we are neck and neck on points at the top of the table with Manchester City. We have 58 points. They have 58 points. We're only top due to that goal difference. So that makes that game massive. And also, Manchester United are fourth and going to be trying to catch us as well. So they're massive games to come up in episodes to come. But right now, our sole focus is Liverpool and beating Liverpool. Now, games in between since you were last here, we played Everton, we beat them 1-0. I'm going to be honest, both these games were very boring matches. Not really anything to bring for you, but regardless, they were 2 victories. We took on Sheffield United as well and managed to beat them 2-0. Richarlison and Evanilson, our 2 Brazilians linking up. But it's all about today's game against Liverpool and trying to win that first major trophy for Tottenham since they had the likes of Robbie Keane and Ledley King in the team in 2008 when they won one lap. Now, this will not be easy, but I do anticipate we're going to go near enough full strength. Pedro Porro's made his way back into the starting 11 with some good performances, but he has a knock. Son is still not back, but we do have good news. Christian Romero did pick up a little knock in between the time to get to this game, but he is back, he is fit, he is ready to go. This, in my opinion, right now, is our strongest starting 11 that we can put out. You could argue between Richarlison, Evanilson, and Gonzalez if you can mix them around. But this is the strongest 11, and these lads are playing very well at the minute. Let's hope these lads, in this little cheeky cup special that we've got coming your way, can do the job. Now, before we get into the game, if you actually think that we're going to win our first trophy here, put that down below, put score results, put whatever you want. But let me know if you think we're going to win this one before we get into it. And no cheating. Also, make sure to smash that like button. It helps the video be seen by more and more people as we continue to do some Football Manager content on the channel. I'm super excited about the upcoming FIFA stuff and the EAFC stuff. I'm having a really good time on Football Manager right now. In the dressing room, what do I say? I feel like this one goes perfect every time. If you carry your last performance into today's match, you'll win that trophy. I mean, it made everyone exactly the same. I'm going to tell them all I have faith. I would rather that Christian Romero wasn't very aggressive, although inspiring Evanilson is good news. I think to spring this episode on a little bit, because it's not a usual episode, it's just a cup special, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to extended highlights, just so that we actually have a decent length episode. But extended highlights is going to give us opportunities more to tweak and change stuff as the game goes on. And it'll be more whether we can match up well with Liverpool in this one, because we already know that tactically they are superior. Now, you guys don't want the sideline. You want TV. So we're going to pop onto TV for this one. I have no idea how it's going to go. I'm going to be honest. When you walk into a game like this, considering Liverpool are the only big side to beat us this season, we've only lost twice. One of them was Brentford. Don't really want to talk about that. That this could be the one that causes us a big problem. This is the team that we really would not have wanted to have faced in a cup final. But here we are. And that is a terrible ball from Bentancur that is just going to leave us wide open. And luckily, it's a great save from Vicario. Now, Bentancur at DM has actually been very good. That was not a proud moment. It was not a good moment for us whatsoever. Looking at the passing, Vicario's not doing a good job. He's not doing a good job of things right now. There are stuff that we could tweak and change. But the longer this game goes on at 0-0... the better it is for us. I could even maybe go with a bit of a lower line. They're getting in too easy, aren't they? Darwin, I spoke too soon. I said the longer before they score a goal, the better. They're playing between the lines perfectly. I've made the switch to go a bit more positive, and it's going to have to be a game of, can we score more than them? Evanilson, straight at the goalkeeper. I think that's our first shot of the game. So I'm going to welcome our first shot of the game, considering they've had 4 and 4 on target. Means we've made it pretty easy for them so far. I'm contemplating changes to make. Now, even extended highlights aren't going to save us. It looks like they've gone super defensive because we didn't have another single highlight for the rest of the half. You can see we haven't really been in this game so far. 3 shots, only 1 on target, 9 and 4 for them. We're forcing them to play a few more out wide. I don't know what to say here. I want a much better display, to be honest with you. I wasn't happy with how that first half went. I'm going to tweak stuff a little bit to try and get ourselves a little bit further forward. I think I'm going to bring Richarlison on attack, and Evanilson is going to change to an advance forward. I'm going to stop rolling it out, and I'm going to hit him with the counter. We didn't have counter on. I'm going to put counter back on. And do you know what? I'm going to tell him to get stuck in. We've got a couple of yellow cards, so we need to be careful. But I think we need to be winning this ball back and getting it up the pitch quickly. Catch them off guard. That's the best way to beat Liverpool, actually, is to counter. So us coming into this one not on the counter was maybe a mistake by me. Rodrigo, De Paul, thank you, wins it back. We need something special in this second half. And I just have to believe that the lads are prepared to give me it. Now, we do finally have a highlight of Evanilson, Kulusevski, but now there's nobody in the box. That is a big issue. And they win it back quite comfortably. We feel very weak on the ball in this one so far. They've won the ball back comfortably every time. That's good from Richarlison. That's the effort we need from you, Richie. Come on, lad. That is not the pass we need from you into Sessegnon. Wayward. And now they can hit us on the break with space. And Darwin, luckily, has his shot saved. What is going on? Wow, passing has been shocking. So for me, I think we need subs. I'm going to bring on Marcus Edwards. He's got the pace. Richarlison, for once, having a really poor game and on a yellow card. So Pedro Gonçalves is going to come on for him. I feel like we've been quite weak in the centre of the park, but I'm going to give him a little bit more time yet. Now let's hope we can spring something out in this one. Chances have not been very abundant in this match. And throwing the ball back to Liverpool is not something you really want to see us to do. That tackle from Satalo was brilliant. Sessegnon, Pedro G, paid big money for you. They're going to hassle us. They're going to hustle us. They're going to hassle us. And that had to be better. Virgil van Dijk is so good at football. Virgil van Dijk is so good. If that ball goes through, what are we doing, Sessegnon? I feel like all the players are just super nervous. Because some of the mistakes they've been making, they've not been making all season. Pedro G is played in. He can play into Evanilson. Pedro G is then back on the edge. Maddison can hit them. Oh, he's straight at Kelleher. That was far better on the break. This isn't good. Virgil van Dijk steps over the free kick. What's going to happen here? It's a decent free kick. He hit his head pretty hard on the post there, Vicario, but we'll take it. He's actually going to boot it out quite long and quite far and straight into the path of Pedro G. What can we do now? Pedro G pulls it back. De Paul, this is a moment. De Paul Edwards. Oh, there's too many players in there. Game has picked up, though. It's become more lively, which plays into our hands. The fact that this game has become a lot more lively plays into the hands of Tottenham, I feel. But we need to be winning the ball back and breaking with pace and just being dangerous. Edwards has got pace. We're going to find that ball in. Pedro did make a run. He's super short. Vanderson now whips it into nobody. And I just feel like when... Oh, Sessegnon, what a tackle. Maddison. Pedro G! Pedro G! Finally, the big money signing is making sense. It is 1-1 in the Carabao Cup final. We need to breathe, but we've been hitting them far quicker on the break now. We force them to pump that ball long. That's a great tackle from Sessegnon. Mads with a beautiful ball over, and Pedro G makes it 1-1. That's why we spent all that money on him. That has to be the biggest moment of his career so far, and that could be super impactful. I do want to make subs, but at the same time, I don't think I should be making subs. I'm just hoping that there could still be one more chance in this for us. We've massively got back into the game in the second half. Now, I want that chance to be for us, but it does look like they're going to win the ball. They're not. Rodrigo De Paul has no one to play it to. He does eventually. Evanilson, Pedro G, and Edwards have come on, and they're destroying their fullbacks. Into Sessegnon. De Paul, back to Sessegnon. I mean, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing. But we are playing much better football. There is very limited time left. With this limited time that we have left, I'm actually going to go for it. I don't really want penalties. I'm going to bring off Bentancur, and I'm going to bring on... I think I bring on Neuhaus. I mean, it's a big decision, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to save the rest of the subs for extra time if needed. Although extra time might not be needed because we have a Liverpool opportunity. I'm so nervous right now. McAllister win. Oh, I thought Evanilson was nicking that from Virgil van Dijk. They've got so many bodies up the pitch. If we can win the ball, Pedro G, he's got it out wide. Oh, Pedro G, you've been so good in this game. That was sloppy. Elliott brings it forward. I don't like this, Thiago. No. Oh, well saved. Well saved, Vicario. My hero. Vicario's actually on a 7.3. Is this the moment? Pumped forward. Gonna land to Edwards. Edwards into Evanilson. Surely just couldn't get there. Just too much on that path. Got the ball out wide, though, on the right-hand side. Vanderson's been good. Oh, it's a good ball in. We don't really have height in the box. That's one thing with the crosses. They've got to be low. They've got to be driven because... Well, okay, Maddison. I don't know why he's attempted that, but I wish he hadn't. It's going to give Liverpool an opportunity now. Gabby. Pedro G. Okay, it was offside. 4 minutes added on. I kind of would like extra time at this point. I think against such a big side like Liverpool, extra time might help us here. Harvey Elliott, Fabinho, is he from distance? It's shocking. Now, Edwards hasn't actually had the impact I thought he'd had. Evanilson yet to have an impact in the game at all. I mean, we look better. Can we go on and win it? I would love to not go to penalty. In time to keep working hard. I don't know what to do with Evanilson. I think I'm actually going to put him back to being a pressing forward. I just think he suits that role so much better. Absolutely knackered, though. And options on the bench to change him are very, very small. Curtis Jones brings it forward for Liverpool. Please don't let him put a delivery. Come on, Vanderson. Edwards now. What can he do? Edwards can bring it forward. He's got bags of pace. He should be fine on the ball there. But is there the necessary bodies? Edwards doesn't care. Edwards, imagine he went all the way there. That would have been unbelievable. Now, as far as nerves go, they're pretty high at the minute. Rodrigo de Paul's going to whip a ball in here. And it's going to amount to nothing. Romero. I haven't really played around with the corners. Probably should do. I find it a bit cheesy when I mess with the corners because near post is, well, it's OP. So if I do that, then I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm nicking a few, but maybe we should be doing corners and it'd win us this kind of game. Liverpool have been dominating it. Gabby, no. There we go. Good block. Good block. Can't play Liverpool at their own game. What you got to do is just put so much pressure on them. Edwards, Pedro G. What was that, Pedro G? Pedro G? What was that? Just, why did Pedro G... What are we doing? What are we doing? Whoa, I'm so glad he put that wide. I would have been fuming. The highlights here in extra time have been a bit funky. Edwards lost that one up, and no one's going to nick it back. They've just been a bit weird. None of them have really amounted to anything much. They've all been pretty poor highlights, but... Oh, my God, Satalo, what are you doing? What a block. Oh, what a block. I'm bringing off Satalo. I know he's tired, and we can't be affording those kind of mistakes right now. Mancini comes on, and I've got one more sub, and I really don't feel like I should be taking Evanilson off, and I don't really have the option apart from putting Sessegnon or Destiny out wide. I'm actually going to bring off Maddison for Yves Bissouma. Yves Bissouma's done a great job, and he'll give us that energy in the middle of the park we need right now. So both teams are running off fumes. Time goes on, feels like Liverpool are getting more of a foothold than us. It's deflected. Is that? I've only just brought you on the pitch, Mancini. Well, if it weren't for the mistake of Satalo, I wouldn't have brought Mancini on. And I've only just brought him on, and he's committed a sin. I mean, I feel sorry for him, but that's going to be saved by the goalkeeper. That's literally going to be saved by the goalkeeper. He sticks a foot out, and it's getting nervy now. I don't think the boys have the energy to get back into this. We need another goal. Go on, Pedro G. Show me what you can do. Pedro whips it in. Vanilson can't get to it. Edwards will pick this up. Can we get a second ball in? We can. Pedro G. Straight into the arms of Kelleher. Put up a much better fight than the first time when we played against Liverpool. You go into the second half here. But it's not really good enough. We need another goal. I needed Evanilson to do more, to be honest with you. I don't know what we can tweak to him right now that would change things. He hasn't taken the most of his opportunities. This is a big game, and he's not showing me that he's a big game player. Now, let's see if we can work anything here. They're going to always be aggressive on the press. We just have to find gaps. Mancini, please don't make another mistake. I have faith in you. That's why we brought you in. Bissouma, there's the ball out wide. Can we start spreading play a little bit now? Vanderson. He's got Edwards. Edwards now. The ball in. Evanilson. Finally Evanilson does the job we've been expecting this entire game. He finds some space. He rockets it into the back of the net. And it's 2-2. The drama, I cannot take it. Van der Sen's ball into Edwards is great. Edwards' ball into Evanilson is perfect. What a hit. Okay, let's breathe a little bit. I'm going to encourage the lads. Oh, no. No. Let's just breathe a little bit and let's just not have Liverpool do anything here. Curtis Jones. Oh, he's got so much. Yeah, go on, Curtis Jones. That was good. I like that. I am nervous now because we got bodies forward. Oh, Romero. I'm so glad he was fit for this game because he's been fantastic. Evanilson is in to win the game. Yeah, I think he is actually offside. I thought only Pedro G was offside. Evanilson is as well. There is 1 minute added on. We are going to go to penalty. I can't believe it. It's going to be me versus Jurgen Klopp in a tactical battle in this entire game. And it looks like it's going to penalties unless Liverpool score now. And that would break my heart. Go on, Sessegnon. Cut that out perfectly. Wasn't a great ball across. It will be our throw. I have no doubt now that this is penalties. What we're being shown the goal now? He was offside. I don't know. Okay, FM. But I was right. It's penalty. We have some okay takers. Paul, Edwards, Evanilson, Basuma, Van der Sen. I don't think this is the order we want. I actually think I want the Paul taking one closer towards the end, really. But I'm going to move up Pedro G. We're going to go with this, I think. So we'll go Edwards first, then Evanilson, then Basuma, then Pedro G, then the Paul. Could be the important winning one, and then Van der Sen, and then anything after that is just, you know, whoever takes one, takes one. Now, I am extremely nervous for this. I think we should be doing behind the goal, right? Behind the goal for the penalties. Zoomed out. Edwards with the first one for Tottenham. Can he score it? Of course he can. Marcus Edwards makes it 1-0 on the penalties. It's going to be Gabby coming up now. I don't even know who this Gabby is, to be honest with you. I'm hoping he doesn't score it. Vicario is a legend. Like, he's genuinely going to be a legend. Now, Evanilson scored the goal to take us to extra time. That dramatic goal. Surely against Kelleher. Oh, we do have the advantage because they're playing Kelleher in net. Their goalkeeper is injured. So that does help massively. Now, McAllister is very good. Technically sound. This will be a good penalty, and it was. Bottom corner, smashed in. Eve. Please, my friend. Please. Captain's armband shouldn't be. It's a shame I can't change that, but he scores it. It's going to be Eve Basuma lifting the trophy of all people. Probably should give it to Vicario. Who cares? It is Fabinho. What can he do from the penalty spot? He can score it. Vicario went the right way. It's a good penalty. Pedro G. up next. He scored the first goal to put us here. And oh my God, what a penalty from Pedro G. So far, all penalty takers have been brilliant. So Harvey Elliott, the youngster, steps up and he has to score this to keep Liverpool alive. Vicario versus Elliott. It's a very good penalty. But there is a reason why we left the Paul until last, in case we ended up at this moment. He is our best set piece taker. So surely he doesn't miss this. Rodrigo to Paul to give Spurs the... He's the best penalty taker. You put him last and he goes up and he scores the penalty. Curtis, Vicario, please. Vicario, please. Come on, Vicario. Mind games from Vicario. Vicario! Who cares about the Paul? Vicario does it. The goalkeeper again. What a man Vicario is. Trophy lift time. Don't know why it's Eve Basuma. Can't change it. If it was up to me, it would be my hero. It would be Vicario, the future leader of this Tottenham team. But Tottenham have broken it. They've broken the curse since 2008. This is the last trophy they won as well, by the way. Wouldn't call the Carabao Cup then. We win our first trophy. That's it. The end of the rebuild. It's done. It's done. I'm joking. There's loads to go. Confetti falls upon us. And we are Carabao Cup champions. We might go on and win the league. We're still in the FA Cup, so stay tuned for what happens next in this series. Thank you very much for watching this Cup special. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you for the next episode.